Hello everybody, Chris here, and today I want to give you a very brief explanation of the differences between Microsoft Office, Google Docs, and OpenOffice, and help you to get an idea of which one that you want to go with and go ahead and use. Maybe you even want to use two of them, or all three, in the case that you're someone like me. So first off, we have Microsoft Office. We're looking at Microsoft Word right here, which is where you can type up different types of text-based documents. And what Microsoft Office is great at, and has been for a long time, is being the premier desktop Office suite for these productivity products like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel. Now, you can get that same kind of functionality in both Google Docs and OpenOffice Writer. But what Microsoft Word does differently, at least on desktop devices, is that you install it directly to your computer. So you don't need the internet to actually access and use Microsoft Word or any of the other Microsoft Office products properly. So if you want to be able to work offline, then Microsoft Word is a very good choice. Now, OpenOffice is basically the free version of Microsoft Word. It's community made. You can also get it on Linux, so that's a big deal. If you happen to be running Linux and not Windows, then that's one advantage. But the other advantage, of course, as I just mentioned, is that it's free. It doesn't have as many functions or as much functionality as the newest versions of Microsoft Word, but it does try to basically keep up with how things change. But the real advantage you're getting here isn't a slicker interface. It's not having those really cutting edge or new features so much as it is just free. If you don't want to pay for Microsoft Office, but you still want to work offline, then OpenOffice Writer is great for you. Also great if you're using Linux. Now, Google Docs is a little bit different than the other two because traditionally Google Docs is a web-based application. You can see that I actually have this pulled open in my web browser, and that's originally where Google Docs existed. Now, that doesn't mean it's the only place. There are actually Google Docs apps, which you can get on your Android and I believe iPhone devices as well. Same with Microsoft Word, and on those apps, it is actually possible to work offline, like creating new documents, but ultimately what Google Docs and the other Google Drive apps want you to be able to do is synchronize with your Google Drive, which means it's associated with your Google account. Every Google account has Google Drive, and I think they get 15 gigabytes of free storage now. So when you're working in Google Docs, you're basically saving to and pulling from online storage, which automatically saves. And if you just like the idea of having everything synced to your Google account, then of course that's where Google Drive apps become really cool. The problem, of course, is that, for instance, with the Windows Desktop app, you can't really access any of the functionality without having an internet access or an internet connection, because it's going to try to go into that web browser and to this URL, and it's just not going to be able to access that because you don't have any internet. So if you're okay with basically requiring an internet connection to get the full use out of the product, then Google Drive apps, including Google Docs, is a good option. If you want to pay for a desktop-based application that you can use all the time without having to sync, but also has the ability to sync to the Microsoft OneDrive if that's something you want to use, then Microsoft Office is a good package for that. If you just are looking for something that's free and available offline, then you can use OpenOffice Writer, or the OpenOffice package rather, as a free alternative to Microsoft Office. I will mention as well though, the Google Drive apps are free by default. You get the 15 gigabytes of free storage, but I believe if you want more than that, then you have to pay for an upgraded account. But it's free at the base, and 15 gigabytes is a lot of different files. So I hope that gives you a really good idea of the differences between Google Docs, and Microsoft Office, and OpenOffice, at least at a very, very basic level. Of course, there are many other intricacies that could take hours and hours to explain, but I hope that gives you a basic idea. I've been Chris. Thank you very much for watching. If you do want to support my channel, you can do so at patreon.com/ChrisTutorials, and I'll see you in my next video.